I mean this in the most loving way possible. If you go to Starbucks and when you get your cup back and you see the sticker order on it and you see a paragraph of ingredients, you need to be bitch slapped. You need to get slapped. Right. I got a podcast! Add to the, no. OMG, everyone. Look, it's me, Spencewuah, and I'm back with another episode of I'm Literally Screaming. Oh my gosh, applause. The crowd is going crazy. Everyone's taking off their clothes. They're stripping down. Wait, no, please put your clothes back on. We don't want to see all of that. Anyways, hey, everyone. Yeah, it's me, Spencewuah. As you know, every Thursday I come out with a new podcast episode, and today I'm joined by a very, very special guest, Miss Quen Blackwell. Whoa! Yes! I'm so excited! Let's go! So how's your week been?
It's been incredible. I could not tell you what I did yesterday. Every day that passes, I forget about it.
Oh, okay. Do you want to talk about it?
No.
I feel like every podcast episode I hop on here and I tell everyone something new that happened, but the only thing new that usually happens is my antidepressants getting raised.
Oh my God, you're on antidepressants?
Yeah, I went
Which
from
one?
Zoloft. It's like anti-anxiety and but that's because I'm also taking Adderall.
I take Vyvanse.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So right now they bumped me up in the span of 2 weeks. Do you want to know why they bumped me up?
Yeah.
So I started taking 75 milligram Zoloft.
I thought you meant of Adderall.
No,
I'm like,
I'd be. Oh, my heart would stop.
like, oh my God.
I'd be like shaking my head right now. I'd be like, oh, hey, Quen. So they put me on 75, but then something went wrong with my insurance, okay? And my insurance wouldn't allow me to do 75 because they don't have a 75 milligram Zoloft tab. I would have to get 2 prescriptions, 150, 125. But then my insurance was like, what if he sells these? I'm not going to sell the Zoloft. I need it.
Who's trying to buy Zoloft?
Right. Why are you trying? Are you trying to buy antidepressants off the street? Just go to your psychiatrist and say you want to die. That's literally all you pretty much have to do. Anyways. So I'm on the phone with my insurance. First of all, they transferred me 6 times. Then they were like, oh yeah, you're in the wrong department. Someone actually was able to help me after the 6th person. They were like, oh yeah, you're in the wrong department. They transfer me. I'm transferred to a new set of people. Those people then are like, okay, we fixed it, but you do have to call your doctor now to fix the prescription. Call the doctor, fix the prescription. Then the pharmacy wouldn't accept my order. So I had to call back again. I'm stressing out. And I eventually just called my doctors, the office, sobbing my eyes out. Aww. And I was like, I really don't know what to do. This is my last pill. I only have it for tomorrow. I'm supposed to take 75 milligrams and I only have 1 25 milligram tablet left. I really don't know what to do anymore. And actually, what was most humiliating was the man on the phone. Very sweet. He goes, okay, calm down. You're going to be fine, Spence. We're going to fix the issue right now. And I was like, what are we going to do? Because they were going to send in 275. Yeah. They were just like, we're just going to bump you up to the 100. And I think it was because of me frantically crying into the phone over a prescription. Yeah.
I see.
You were telling me before this, though, that you've been sober. And I wanted you to tell me about that.
Yes, and I said, let's wait, because I really want to gag him with this.
Yeah.
I've been sober for 4 months. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink caffeine.
No way.
I don't smoke nicotine. I don't smoke weed. Completely clean of everything. No, not no tea, no black tea even.
Really? Do you like green tea?
None of it has caffeine in it.
What about decaffeinated tea?
No, because it still has a pinch.
Are you serious?
Yes, and I can feel the wind on my skin again.
You feel great?
I feel more aware of what I need to fix instead of just numbing it with these different things.
I feel I haven't drank. That was the one thing. I haven't been drinking.
How long?
Actually since New Year's.
Slay.
So it was my New Year's resolution and everyone was like, I didn't even know that what was it, dry January? Or what is it? It's something January where
sober October.
Yeah, you don't drink for a month. And I was like, no, I don't want to not drink for a month and then start drinking again. Yeah. That's not what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So I stopped drinking. I haven't smoked in a few weeks. I smoked yesterday, weed. But other than that, I haven't really been going too crazy with it. And you know what I will say, what I did realize is not taking substances. At first it felt very dissociating. Like I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But like after a while, I'm like, wow, I like how I feel. Like I
Yes.
like not waking up in the morning being like, what the hell's going on?
Yes, or like, what did I do last night? What did I say to this person? I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so
Right.
scared.
And like, remember
Like,
how I
none of
told
it.
you I've been going to the gym?
Mm-hmm.
I've been going to the gym more frequently because I haven't been doing things.
Exactly.
Like I'm like, oh, like I have a sounder like state of mind. So I'm
Yes.
just like, okay, it's easier for me to motivate myself to do things.
Yes, I don't understand how people are productive when they smoke.
I was talking about this with a friend,
Uh-huh.
and I think it's because people have like really bad anxiety and they get stuck when you have like really bad anxiety, and like smoking weed takes the edge off.
I can understand that.
But
See,
for me, I can't.
because I'm already stuck. But then if I smoke on top of that, I'm
not moving. I'm
glued.
slumped.
I'm glued.
Yeah,
I'm
I
glued.
can't move.
I'm glued and I'm scared. Weed
Yeah.
makes me scared, and like I can hear like the regrets of my life just coming like whispering in my ear, like, oh
Even-
my gosh, remember when you should have done that thing you didn't?
I hate
You're a
and
loser,
even
you're a
falling
loser.
asleep. I don't know how people fall asleep when they smoke because my brain like literally will not shut off. You know what I noticed last night because I haven't smoked in a while, and I was like, okay, I don't think I'm ever gonna do this again because like I really now I know I don't like it. I was like falling asleep. And like usually when I fall asleep, I like imagine scenarios in my head. Like I make a plot, I make a storyline.
Yes, of
Usually
course.
it's like a
so
love
you can
story.
like walk into the dream.
Yeah.
that you already built.
Right.
Yes.
Last night though, I was like talking in my head. Like it was
do you
like you
mean?
know like do you have a voice in your head that like narrates?
All the time.
That
like it's
voice.
speaking right now.
Yeah, right. So like the voice, like usually it's not that I shut it off, but I'm able to like use that voice to like create scenarios. It wasn't creating scenarios. It was like, I wonder when this is gonna wear off. Like, damn, we're really high right now. Like, how am I still this high? Like, wow, my thoughts, like maybe I am getting more sober because like I can actually think a little clearly now. And then I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, it's been an hour and my eyes have just been closed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't understand how people take edibles on planes. I think I would have a panic, like a full blown, like, let me out of here.
Have you ever
type
done
of
like a
panic attack.
psychedelic?
Yes, I used to do shrooms all the time.
Really?
I used to be like, when I was on the internet, when I was really, really young, it made me like kind of a hermit. So I used to cry if I had to go to the grocery store. I used to sit in front of like the grocery store for 3 hours and just try to like muster up the courage to go in.
Yeah.
And I was like that until I came out to LA, and then everyone in LA is like, let's go to hikes, let's go on a run, let's go outside, let's go be like
And
a
then, like,
human, a
force
functioning
you.
person. And I'm like, I can't do this. And then one person's like, just take shrooms and figure out what you need to figure out, and then I promise you it'll be easier to do. So then I used to take shrooms and go on these like 11-hour hikes and just like figured out how my brain was working and what was like stopping me from existing as like a functioning human. And like shrooms helped me, but I don't take shrooms anymore. It was just like a medicine that I did.
I feel I've never done any I've never intentionally done psychedelics.
Someone drugged you?
I mean, like, yeah, I was laced with like full blown PCP. Yeah, I was laced with PCP. It was in like an edible actually, and I've literally ever since then I don't take edibles. I can't because I get really
Are
scared.
you sure it was sorry, I'm not laughing at you. It's just so insane. Are you sure it was PCP?
Yeah, my room turned into a kaleidoscope of changing colors. And I didn't have LED lights at the time, and I did also like scream downstairs to my mom telling her that the FBI was talking to me through my light bulbs.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was like
Oh
crazy.
yeah, I would never take an edible again after that either.
Yeah, no. And I feel like if I were to do like psychedelics, I'd want to microdose.
Yes, that's what I did.
But I can't I feel like I can't people who are like, oh, I do DMT like every month. I'm like, you.
No. Like we're talking about let's talk about shrooms.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of like my family trauma and the things that are stopping like my siblings and my parents in life could really be solved with shrooms.
Really?
And I was talking to my sisters about it the other day, and they're like, I'm not trying to see a piece of hair turn into a snake. And I'm like, shrooms doesn't do that. You don't hallucinate on shrooms. Everything just gets brighter.
Really?
Like that green would be like way greener.
I feel like I know people who have done shrooms, and I feel like it's also like the dosage as well, because I know like if you take a lot, like
yeah, you can turn it up all the way, but I don't think you hallucinate. But I've never done any other psychedelic except for a shroom.
I actually once knew a guy.
Okay.
Okay, you need to like sit yourself down for this one.
I'm seated.
So like I talked to him for about like a year and a half, right? He still DMs me to this day. Don't know why though, because I found out that he had a girlfriend, and I talked about it on TikTok, and I was like, "You have a girlfriend," and I actually confronted him about it too. And long story short, he used to like FaceTime me and like do a shit ton of psychedelics. And one time he had a hamburger filled with shrooms and then popped I'm not joking, everyone popped a tab of acid, forgot that he popped a tab of acid, so he popped another one, and I was like, you just did a tab. And then he took it out of his mouth, and he was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that, thank you. And then when actually, like, maybe this is why I stuck around so long, he literally like used to do psychedelics and then tell me how pretty I was. He used to be like, you're an angel, like you were sent from like God, like you're so pretty. And I'd be like, thanks.
He's like saying that to you while he's like running away from demons, like trying to pop more.
No, he actually
so
was
scary.
Insane. Now let's take a quick break to hear from our sponsors at ZocDoc. ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. No more dark web explanations for your sore throat. Go to ZocDoc.com/screaming and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/screaming. ZocDoc.com/screaming. Now, back to the show. Wait, do you believe in like the zodiacs? And well, first of all, like I know we're
like Capricorn and shit.
Wait, what are you?
I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, okay.
Why'd you just look at me with like so much like you're trying to figure out what type of person you said? What are you?
No. I just like I like asking people their zodiac sign.
No, but you had like a little bit of judgment that was ready to come out.
No. Because I was also thinking about saying like, oh, we all live in a simulation. Like, because I was gonna talk about that too. Like,
we do.
Yeah.
Continue to talk about it.
Okay. Oh, the simulation.
Yes.
Okay, what's your theory on like simulations?
Like, I have a lot of theories on simulations. Like, we could be in a computer.
Mm-hmm.
We could be, like, do you believe in God?
Do I? I believe in a higher power. I don't.
When I say God, do you think I'm talking about the Christian God?
I feel like because I grew up Catholic, whenever I hear God, like, I automatically am like, oh, God in the Bible. So, like, usually when I hear, like, for me, I just like to make it very clear that, like, when people say God, like, do I believe in a God? Yes. The God from the Bible? No.
Because that God's mean in your, like, mind, right?
Well, I wouldn't say he's mean. I feel like a lot of people, especially in, like, the, like, Catholic religion, use the Bible to spread hate, which I have a very big problem with. Because you have, like, an all-loving, all-powerful God.
Yeah.
And what, like, upsets me the most is, like, growing up and hearing, like, oh, I'm not joking, in the 3rd grade, I went to Catholic school, learned that if Hitler was on his deathbed and he gave his life over to God, God would let him into heaven. But gay people, no.
3rd grade?
I was in 3rd grade. And this is Catholic school. And I used to go to church every Thursday with my Catholic school. Then every Saturday I would altar serve. And then Sundays I would have to go back.
Oh,
I went to church all the time.
They cooked.
So when I hear God, I'm usually like,
I understand
but
that.
I believe in a higher power.
I understand that because I agree with you. I mean, the way people take God and just throw him against you, and it's just confusing to me because, like, what do you mean God's gonna be mad at me if he knows my entire life? And he made it.
And it's so contradictory too, because it's like you have this is what frustrates me the most, is like you have an all-powerful, all-loving God, right?
Yeah.
If he was all-powerful, why do we have all these things going wrong in the world?
Yeah.
And then it's like, if he is all-powerful and he's just not doing it, is he really like all-loving and all good? And then people are like, oh no, that's the devil though. And I'm like, okay, but if he's all-powerful, why isn't he doing something?
Why does the devil exist if he's...
Exactly. And that's what, also, if you look in the Bible, it's like, treat your body like a temple. And it's like, there's so much of just like back and forth where it's like, I read it and I'm like, what do I do?
My thing with the Bible is like, who the wrote this?
I always say this too. Do you want to know what I always like to say?
What?
So God, when like Adam and Eve ate from like the tree of knowledge, it created like the first original sin. And that gave all of us, like, we have free will. Like God gave all of us free will. Who wrote the Bible? Humans.
Yeah.
They had free will to write whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
I could literally say way back when. We're talking like AD. This is like we're talking like way back. We're talking about 1 BCE. And I'm sitting here and like I have a wife, right?
Yeah.
Or no. I have a husband. Okay. And he just like cheats on me with another guy. And I'm like, damn, that hurt my feelings. Guess what? Now no gay people can be in love. And I just like write that shit down and I'm like, it was sent to me by God. You humans, this is what frustrates me. Like everything in the Bible, like everything that like is here, like yes, according to the Bible, God created everything. But like, what about books? God did not create books. He had people write those books. But who's to say those people didn't just write whatever the hell they wanted and say it was God?
Yes, like who the wrote the Bible?
Right. There's Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. They have their own chapters.
I never read
There's
the Bible.
Corinthians, Leviticus.
Have you ever seen Supernatural?
Yeah.
That's the only way I know half of the shit you're saying right now.
I watched one episode of growing up I watched a lot of it, but like I've only seen like I think one episode.
It's everything.
Did you watch The Vampire Diaries?
Did I watch The Vampire Diaries? I used to like have wet dreams about what's the one that's not Damon?
Stefan.
Yes.
The Vampire Diaries gave me back problems.
Why?
Actually, I was gonna say this in a TikTok, but I couldn't. The Vampire Diaries did two things to me. By the way, this is in no way means like shaming the show. This is just the honest to God truth. The Vampire Diaries gave me back problems and also gave me an eating disorder. And let me tell you why. So when I was like in middle school, like going into high school, I was like so obsessed with the Vampire Diaries and I convinced myself that the characters were real. So I was like, oh my gosh, like if Stefan and Damon are real and like they're vampires out here and they like want me, they're not gonna want, like I was convinced that like because I was like I was really big at the time, I was like, they're not gonna want me. Like this have to be like really, really hot. So what did I do? I like stopped eating and I would go to the gym every day. And then I'd be like, oh my gosh, like I sleep so weird. So I started sleeping in like this way where like I was actually extremely uncomfortable the entire time I slept. I probably got like maybe 2 hours of sleep a night. That's exaggeration. Maybe like 5 because I would sleep with like my arms like be like just in case he like snuck into my room. Like you know how they did like Edward did in Twilight and how we watched Bella and Bella was always like this. That's how I slept. And I actually had like really bad back problems in high school. And then I was like, let me stop. Like
that's
crazy.
So sad. So sad.
Like that's, yeah.
Oh, you just need a hug.
Yeah, that's wild,
You
right?
just need a hug.
Yeah.
I feel like a hug could fix a lot of people.
No, I do too. Wait, what were we talking about right before that? Before I told you that the Vampire Diaries
We
gave
were
me...
talking about drugs, and then we were talking about God.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was going to say, because you asked me what my like theory is for like the simulation theory or like my ideas on it. I was going to say that in like the past 50 years, technology has literally just...
It makes me sick.
It literally has...
It makes me sick.
Even now, like there's like a new AI that can...
The chat GPU.
And I sit there and I'm like, okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is how my brain processes everything.
Mm-hmm.
I have an iPhone, right?
Mm-hmm.
But back when like the iPod came out, the iPod like mini, that's what I used all the time. Like when I used to use my mom's and I felt so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden the iPhone comes out and I'm like, damn, this shit is boring. I want the iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you saw someone with like an iPod Touch but like actively using it? It's like you see them, but like maybe like 1 in a million. And my whole thing is it's because everyone gets bored of like technology. After a while, it's like we need something new. We need something that's going to grab our attention and suck us in. Mm-hmm. My theory is considering how fast we have or how fast technology has evolved at least, I personally believe that it would technically be like the past. Someone must have been like, oh my gosh, like we have, even now, like we have AI, right? We have like simulations we can go into. Even what's his name? Elon Musk made the whole like simulation thing. Ooh, this is making me
Neuralink.
Yeah. So my whole theory is it's like if this, how do I even put this without like, I need to
sound crazy.
Yeah, no. Okay. So the way I think about it is like, I personally believe that if we have advanced with our technology this much and we're already getting bored of what we already have, who's to say that that hasn't already happened? You know what I mean? Like people back in whenever were like, I'm bored of this shit. Why don't we start again just to know what it felt like? And then we made a simulation and then we could pay to go into the simulation. And then there's one theory that states at first we would pay to go into the simulation and remember the outside world. But then after a while, that would get boring too. Like I remember what's going on. Like now I know I'm in a simulation. That takes the fun out of it. I want to go into a simulation and not know I'm in one. That brings us to now. And that when I heard that, I was like, that's wild. And then also considering that like everything in our universe is pretty much made up of numbers and math, what is used for technology? What is used in computers? Binary code. Like this, you're looking at me like I need to be in a straitjacket.
No, I'm just trying not to throw up.
Oh, yeah. Also, didn't they say that there's literally like a 95% chance that we are living in a simulation?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a 90-something% chance we are living in a simulation.
Yep. That's why I believe in manifestation.
Right? I'm just like, okay.
That's why I just believe that I can will whatever the I want into existence. Because if we do live in a simulation, I'm just changing the code with my mind.
I honestly, I mean, I don't know. And then there's also like the whole like, there's like this theory too, where like we're the universe observing itself through us.
That's my belief.
Okay.
I believe like everyone's God, experiencing being a human.
I can see that as well.
Yeah.
I feel like the
simulation theory just makes me suicidal, I think. I think my way gives me hope. So I can't really dive into the simulation theory without not feeling like I'm purposeless.
I feel like if I were to dive into it too deep, like there would be a point of no return. Have you ever seen
Yes. You know those people who are like on TikTok, they're like, look at the license plate, look at the license plate. G76 Big B. It's been following me. G76 Big B. It's been following me. That's like what you turn
Under
into.
the Silver Lake, or have you seen that movie? It's like that there was a movie called Under the Silver Lake, and who's in it? Andrew Garfield. He's in it. And so
the cat?
No,
I'm
Andrew
kidding.
from Spider-Man,
I'm
right?
kidding.
Andrew Garfield, he's
From
in it.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, he was the second Spider-Man.
Hacksaw Ridge.
And what?
That's where Andrew Garfield is from.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Is that a movie?
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen it.
Oh.
Is it good?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah,
So,
I can tell you what you say.
so he was in Under the Silver Lake, and
Uh-huh.
basically what that movie is about is he is convinced that like everything is a message. And at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, he basically finds out that like everything is kind of a message, but like like everything he did was on accident. Like it's so like the movie is so strange, and like in the end you find out that like it's really just like this society who like hides in a bunker deep underground, and like they're supposed to like die there. It's so weird to like say in words, but like that, I feel like that's what I would turn into. Like I would listen to songs and then like I would play it backwards and I'd be like, okay. Or I would listen to it and I'd be like, this was a F sharp, A minor. And then I would do some math and I'd be like, this is the message. Like I feel like if I were to dive in that deep, I would reach a point of no return and I would actually become like clinically probably insane.
Do you feel like insane people aren't insane? Because you want to know my theory?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think when you see, like, people talking to themselves on the street, I feel like they're talking something, we just can't see it. I think when people lose their mind, they just, like, broke their brain to accept something that we can't let in. If that makes sense.
I know. That makes perfect sense to me.
I don't think insane people are just saying gibberish. I think their f***ing antennas just, pointed somewhere else.
I saw it was a homeless man on the sidewalk, and I was driving and I saw him talking to someone. There was no one there, but there was a sign and he said, we are all in a simulation, open your eyes. And I was like, I can't talk about this anymore. Like I'm actually going to you're going to see me like go into a spiral. Like in the next episode, I'm going to be at 125 milligrams of Zoloft. Like, oh my God. This is like giving me heart palpitations.
Yeah.
Like, no, I can't do that. That's terrifying.
It's terrifying, but I mean, like, as long as my antenna is pointed where it is right now, like, I'm good.
That's how I feel. It's like, yeah, this could all be real, but like, I like to view the world in my own way.
Yes, my own reality is where I need to stay.
I just wish there was an answer. And I feel like that's what makes it so, like, it makes me feel so uneasy because I know that there is an answer. There's usually an answer to almost everything.
For what?
Like, what is the purpose of life? Like, why are we here? Like, if there was an answer for that, like, if I knew I was in a simulation, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Do you feel like if we had the purpose, though, no one would do anything? Like, I feel like we're always trying to advance to figure out what the purpose of everything is.
That is a good point.
So I feel like
if we knew it, we would
stagnant.
if we knew it, we would just probably go straight for it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what happens when you find it?
Yeah, what happens to the little fun parts? That
Right.
makes life, you know?
Maybe I would pay to go into a simulation and have my memory wiped.
You think?
I can't be sure.
I feel like if everyone I love died, then I would do it.
Really?
Yeah, I was watching this Netflix documentary yesterday, and she's like, yeah, my sister died, then I found out I had cancer, then my dad died the next month, and da-da-da-da. I'm like, oh, that's when I would do it. Like, too many in a row, like, wipe my shit, and I want to forget it all.
Really?
Too much tragedy, I don't know if I could, like, deal.
No, yeah, I think I would actually, I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, now that I, like, thinking about, yeah.
Like, I would really have to clear my shit out.
And you know what else that just got me thinking?
What?
If we are in a simulation, does time move differently here? Like, if
I don't think the way we
view time
is right.
Really?
No, because it doesn't feel like a new year. I feel like the new year starts in spring. That's when the earth feels like it restarts.
I feel like the new year, I feel like the new year for me is when I turn a new age. Like, that's when I'm like, oh, okay, it's a new year. Because, like, technically, like, realistically speaking,
that's the new year.
That's the new year for me.
Yeah.
Like, this is why I feel like this is what, like, throws me off when people are like, oh, you look so young for your age. Like, why do I look older than you? We're this, that, and the third. I feel like time moves through all of us differently, one. And two, we are all in our own, like, timelines, I guess. Like, yeah, the new year for me would be July 23rd. Because that's my birthday. And realistically, am I wrong? Because that is a new year for me.
Yeah.
I've only been alive that long.
True.
So.
True. I like this take.
Thank you.
I agree with it.
And you said you're a Capricorn, right?
Yeah.
Do you follow zodiac signs?
No.
Really?
No, I know, like, there's no way the moon in the f***ing ocean and all that jazz doesn't affect me. Like, I know that the zodiac girls have a point. It's not something that I'm interested in, though.
Oh, okay. Because I always say
but
that,
I'm
like,
always interested when the person that I'm trying to with is something.
Oh my gosh, that makes
so, like, if I like someone, I'm like, what's your sign? So I can figure out them, so then I can figure out how to get them.
You are so smart.
But for me, that shit doesn't know nothing about me.
Oh, you don't know? I feel like for me, it's more like, I don't know. I feel like we're made of water, and clearly the moon has a gravitational pull on the oceans, and it's like, who's to say the planets don't have a gravitational pull on us?
Yes. No, I agree completely. Like, I agree. I'm not saying that they don't have a point. It's just on my point.
It's not, yeah,
you know
you're
what
just
I mean?
like, I don't give a
I want to look at other points.
That makes sense.
But, like,
I also feel like the way you're raised has a very big, like, I would not be here right now if I didn't go to summer camp, didn't go to Catholic school, and wasn't a theater kid. Like, that was enough to.
I'm kind of jealous of theater kids. I feel like I missed out.
Really?
Mm-hmm. There's a lack of, like, social order in theater kids. Like, there's a lack of social cue.
Oh.
Which I feel like, I feel like some social programming is not beneficial all the time.
So, okay.
You know what I mean? Like
all I can think about is those kids who, like, just did, like, Fiddler on the Roof, and they're in the IHOP. And did you see that
they
video?
start singing
and they're
together?
singing yeah.
But yeah, I can sing, bitch, and I'm finna sing for all y'all and give y'all a show. But all the one with the social programming want to be like, what are you doing? Why aren't you eating right now? Why aren't you singing?
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
I want that inside me. Like, you know how people, you know who Chloe and Hailey Bailey are? You know how people are always like, Chloe's so corny, da-da-da-da, corny. Like, Chloe's not giving what she thinks she's giving. She was homeschooled so she could be a prodigy, so she could give us the slaying country that she's giving us now. So, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel
That's
like people
how
are just
theater
stupid.
kids. Like there has to be something taken away so that we can get something much more greater.
I just want to touch base on what you just said. Like, before that, anyone who, like, you're talking about Chloe and Halle. Yeah, anyone who has anything bad to say about them, you're stupid. Like, you're actually out of your damn mind. Like, first of all, how old were they? They were like, what, 12 and 13?
They were 5.
But, like, they were also
in the field working.
Not only
Tyler
were they
Perry,
working,
5.
but didn't Beyonce, like, mentor them?
Yes.
You're just mad. Like, you're mad and you're jealous. Like if you know what? Yeah, and you know what? I'm jealous too, but I'm proud of them because what I would give to be mentored by Beyonce.
Envy around here.
Yeah, no.
Envy doesn't do you any good ever.
Like, am I like, damn? Like, I wish that was me. A little, but like,
it's
good for them.
Yeah.
Like they look at them. Like I remember when their YouTube video. Do you remember when they did the cover
on the piano? Like they've been eatery. Do you know who Lennon and Stella are?
Those names sound very familiar.
Hohe. You remember Hohe?
Yes.
You remember the two little girls? You know who they are. They're two little white girls. They're like, I'm trying to do it right. I'll show you after this.
Have you seen?
They're like the opposite of Chloe and Bailey.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they good?
They're a little country.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah. Taylor Swift, your turn.
Your turn for what?
To mentor.
Oh.
Like, cause Beyonce.
Has she not?
I don't think so.
Damn.
Have you ever been mentored?
Mm-mm. I wish.
I want to get mentored.
I want somebody who is wise to help. Because I don't know what the
I'm doing.
What's going on?
I feel like
people are like, why don't you do this? Why haven't you done this? I am raising myself right now, and I have no idea what the is going on every single day.
I feel this. I actually could scream right now.
I've tried to find mentors. They've been drug addicts. I've tried to find mentors. They've been out of their minds.
Right.
I've tried.
And it's like, here's my issue as well. It's like, if you ask especially like the older generation, like, here's my thing. I'm not asking you to be like, do this every day, figure this out. Like, if I even went to an older person and I was like, oh, like, what should I do about this? What should I do about this? You know what? Half the time, like, I hear from older people, I had to figure that stuff out on my own. Okay, well, you figured it out, so tell me now.
Yeah, tell me the ingredients, please.
Yeah, like, I just want to know.
Yeah.
But I will say that I feel like millennials, though. So for example, like, when I go to the gym, I feel so comfortable asking people that are like either millennials or like late 20s questions. Like the other day I was doing like Romanian deadlifts and I asked this, by the way, if you see this, her name is Julia. Hi, Julia. You're a sweetheart. I asked her if she could like help me with my form because her form was so good. And she was like, yeah. And she stopped and talked to me for 30 minutes and helped me with my form. Didn't even know her. Like, if I were to go up to an old person and ask, like, they'd be like, I don't know, figure it out by yourself. That's how I did it.
You've never met no cool old people?
I definitely have. I had like my Aunt Donna. She's not like a blood related aunt.
She alive?
Yeah. She went to like the first ever Woodstock and like she also used to be a go-go dancer.
Fire.
So she's wild. I love her.
Are you one of those people who are like, I was born in the wrong time?
No.
You like it?
First of all, I was able to jam in the car at the age of 3 years old to 2000s music, first of all. I then in middle school had Kesha. I had, who are they? It was like 3HO3 exclamation point. The ones who sing like, my first kiss went a little like this. I had them. I was able to live through a time where I got, first of all, Beyonce, Rihanna, Lady Gaga. I have SZA, Ariana Grande. I have all these, and I had Michael Jackson growing up. Like,
you did?
Well, didn't Michael Jackson died when?
When we were like 8.
Yeah.
So.
But like, yeah. But like, we still like had him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, why would I ever choose like, and I also hate those people like, I was born in the wrong generation. Like, I wish we were born in the 50s. It's not the same. Okay.
Not me, girl.
You want to go like, first of all, yeah, sure. Like, I don't know.
A can
of beans was 50 cents, but like,
Black people were getting hosed.
Right. Like, I don't want to go back to a time like that. Also, this is not comparable whatsoever, but like being gay.
Oh, was ass.
Yeah, like I would not be out right now.
Like right now is the best time to be anything not just white and straight.
Right. Like we are fortunate enough to like live in a generation that's like very understanding, kinda. Like, you don't agree? I feel like, okay, here's not understanding, but accepting. But like, I feel like there are certain degrees of acceptance that I just like people who are like pedophiles and they're like, we want to be a part of the LGBTQ plus community. That's a little too much.
That's insanity.
That's actually not a little too much. That's a lot of much.
That's
like you belong behind bars.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, what? So pedophilia is like.
Where are we going in this car?
So simulation.
We're denouncing pedophilia like duh.
No, okay, yeah, my bad.
You're like, people who kill need to be in jail.
Yeah, right. But like points are
I don't
made.
believe in jails.
Really?
No. My dad was in jail like my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I feel like if you do something like terrible, like the way Norway does it, or the way that I've heard that Norway does prisons, it's like they just block off a little part of their country and, you know, let them be in prison there. But I feel like putting somebody in like a 2x4 for 30 years is like up.
This is what I personally believe, that like if someone is being sent to prison, one, they should be able to get free therapy, free education, and
they can do all of that, but it's just like the quality. And half the people who are teaching and giving the free therapy and giving the free education aren't getting paid, so they don't want to do their jobs as much as somebody. That's like when people go to like really rich private schools and end up being f***ing prodigies. Like all the teachers are getting paid so much, they have more like
they can
they
actually
want to
care
do
about the
it.
student.
Yes.
They can be like, oh well, I'm getting paid like a 6-figure salary, and they're about to bump up my salary.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am gonna help you.
Exactly.
Because if you do well in life, then you donate money because you're an alumni, and then I get more money.
Yeah, but then like people who are just doing, I mean, what's it called? Like volunteering to help prisoners. It's like, how much are you dedicated to do this if you're not getting paid?
Yeah.
Because everyone right now is trying to figure out how to make money. If something's not making me money, how am I going to keep my lights on? How am I going to keep my rent paid? Like, what am I going to do to do all these? I can't focus on this because it's not doing anything for me.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's the people who are like Mother Teresa's and like to go hard with nothing.
What's that lady? There was there's that lady who, what's her name? I was literally watching a documentary about her the other day on YouTube, and there's like a motorcycle gang that also like goes with her. And she goes to like Skid Row and like all these other places and just donates food. Like she makes food, she donates.
Do you know who you're talking about?
What is her name?
I don't know. Have you ever seen Soft White Underbelly?
No.
On YouTube? I feel like where he goes to Skid Row and he does the interviews with all the people.
Are you talking? Okay, wait. It's he like asks some questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's so sad.
That like breaks me, especially when they like show over the years,
Mm-hmm.
like when he interviews the same people.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna play a game now, everyone. Basically, this is the rules of the game. We're both gonna pull something from this bowl, and then we are both going to decide whether we think that it is in or out for 2023. Like, for example, do we think beanies are in? Do you?
Yes.
Absolutely. Right. Okay. So I'll let you pick the first one, and then we can decide if we think it's in or out.
Blacks, as in the race?
Okay, so
It's black coffee.
oh my God, I literally was like, who the heck? I was gonna be like, what? Who did that? Okay,
Did your heart drop?
Yeah, I was like, so someone's getting fired. Like, I was like, oh my God.
Black coffee.
I think it's in. I drink black coffee.
I think it's in.
I love black coffee.
Me too.
How did you stop drinking coffee, by the way? Because you said you don't drink caffeine anymore.
I've never withdrawed off of anything.
You haven't had like nicotine withdrawals?
No, I just stopped vaping.
That is insane.
I've never withdrawed off of anything in my entire life.
I had to get my like stomach surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't allowed to smoke. I wasn't allowed to do anything. I had to quit everything all at the same time. When I tell you I went through the gnarliest withdrawals, I actually I didn't know that like you could get like severe depression. I was sobbing my eyes out every single day for no reason. I actually one time, I'm not joking, I want to play something for you. I'm dead serious when I say this. Where is my phone?
Let me see it. Let me see what you're working with.
This song started playing and I cried like for a good hour. I'm not joking. This is when I was going through nicotine withdrawals.
Mm-hmm. I get it though. It sounds like Marley and Me, but that's kind of insane.
Yeah.
Like, that's very insane. Would you feel like you're a hyposexual or a hypersexual person?
Ooh, can you explain?
Like, do you feel like you want to have sex all the time, or you feel like you could use without?
I feel like for me it's like changed. I feel like I used to like want it all the time, but now it's like it's gotten to a point where like I don't know. Like, I feel like if you want to have sex all the time, like, good for you, be safe. But, like, personally for me, like, I'm not really, right now I would love to be in a relationship, but at the same time, I'm not really, I've been focusing on myself so much recently that,
Slay.
like, right now I don't really have time for one.
Slay.
And, like,
I love this.
And I mean, like, do I want a relationship? Sure. Do I need one right now? No.
You're not searching for it.
No.
Exactly.
It's, like, not something I'm, like, would I be interested in one? Sure. But it's not like I'm going to go out of my way to, like, get one.
You just take that up.
Do I have dating apps? Yeah, sure. But do I respond to everyone? Sometimes I'm like, I don't, like, I'm not as obsessed as I used to be. Like, I used to be like, oh, someone messaged me on Tinder. Let's see what's going to happen. And now I'm just like, okay, bitch, I'll respond to you in a month. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Good. I like that answer.
Okay. Photo dumps.
And
Yeah, I feel like I posted a photo dump like a month ago.
yeah.
Like, I feel like photo dumps are kind of,
Like, what's the opposite? Posting one picture? Where's
yeah.
the
I
variety?
also feel like it's really, they're more like candid photos. You know how, like, you're always like, oh, I wish I had, like, candid photos? That's what, like, photo dumps are for.
Yeah, true.
I really like that, yeah.
Stay in.
I love your ring.
Thank you. I had to get it cut off my finger.
No way.
Yeah,
Why?
because it was stuck. I had to go to the fireplace.
Oh, my gosh. I've never had a ring.
It was a
stuck in my
great, like, I love when something crazy happens and I have a good story to tell. Oh, there was one time I thought my cat was gone. This is how I created a cartoon character. There was one time I had this guy over my house, and I was talking to him. I was just focused on him, and I look around my house. I'm like, where's my fucking cat at?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, where's my cat at? And this guy's like, well, when we were outside looking at your backyard, I saw a little white and gray cat walk around. I'm like, what type of fucking street cat is white and gray and fluffy? Let's be honest. What scoundrel-ass cat looks like that?
And
my cat.
Why,
my beautiful
if he
cat
was
looks
like,
that.
oh, yeah, I saw one walking.
So
Why didn't you say
I
some
was so
shit?
f***ing pissed. And I'm like, what the f***? So I start crying. I start panicking. And I call my dad all the way in Texas. And I'm like, Daddy, oh no, my cat said what to do. He's like, babe, just put some cat food out at the front door. I promise you the cat will be back. I'm like, okay. And I go put the food in the front of the house. And I'm just crying as man. I'm like, and I come down the stairs and I look this guy in the eye. I don't even remember saying this at all or doing this, but I look him in his eyes when I come down. I'm like, if you lost my f***ing cat, anything that you love, I'll try to make it gone, and like as fast as I can. Like whatever you love, I'll try to make it f***ing gone because you lost what I love the most.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like just sobbing.
I think I would do the same thing.
Oh, I was like, it's smoke. Like whatever. You
That
love,
makes so much
I'm
sense
taking
because
you took what I love. Bitch.
When I remember when what was it called? I was with Ian that one time, and you literally were like, Ian was like, make sure you close the door.
Yes.
Like literally close the door behind you. Make sure.
Because every time Ian would come to my house, I'm like, the cats.
Yeah.
Like I don't give a f- about any possession I have except for my living babies.
Yeah.
And if they're gone, you got me f***ed up. But so I didn't know what the cat was, and then I'm crying, and I'm like, okay, it's time to make TikToks.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to reach out to the audience and see if they know where something's at. So I'm like, yo, I lost my cat, and right then I hear me out. I'm like, oh shit. And I go look in the cardboard box, and she's just there like, and then I go upstairs. I'm like, let me go get the food from upstairs. And I literally open up the door, and I shit you not, a raccoon with all of its fingers is like, and I go, what the f***? And it goes, like eyes locked.
He's like,
on me.
hey, girl.
And just like slowly walks back. And I'm like, that's a little, like, he has a Monopoly hat in my brain, like a little monocle, and his name's like the Raccoon Man. And that was like a cartoon character I made.
I like that. Did you draw him?
No, it was just in my brain. True crime. I think true crime is making people insane.
I'm not gonna lie, I agree. I feel like
I
a lot
think
of
maybe it needs to go.
Here's my thing. I feel like you can always have too much of everything, but I literally saw a video of this girl, and she has a book, and it's called Just in Case I Go Missing.
Yes.
And she was plucking the hair out from her cute, like from the root.
Yes.
She was putting it in the book, and it's like, why? Like I mean, like in my brain, it's like, okay, like that.
No.
But also, it's like, the only reason you would do that is if you planned on getting kidnapped.
Yes. Or if it's so normal to you that you think it's going to happen.
Right.
So stop watching the f***ing true crime
Yeah,
videos.
no, I can't. Let me get one. Okay. Sneaker culture. I've never cared about shoes.
Me neither.
Like, it's never been
I've
like,
worn some shoes where people get on my head. They're like, "What the are you wearing?" I'm like, "Girl, they were $75." That's
I got these like Adidas shoes. Emmy always like laughs at me for it. I got them when I was in junior year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Adidas shoes. I got them. They were pearly white. They are the most up shoes. I
loved a lived-in looking shoe.
I wear them all the time.
Yes, I love it.
And Emmy's always like, Spencer, like, aren't you gonna clean your shoe? Like, is it? I was like, no. Like,
No,
these are my
these
are my comfy shoes.
Yeah, the aesthetic of life.
Yeah.
Marvel movies.
In.
I
love Marvel.
I love CGI. It's just like it's like a numbing. You know
I
mean?
literally I didn't watch any Marvel movies until last year while I was 2 years ago maybe while I was moving to LA. And I was like, I need to watch every Marvel movie, but I wanted to watch them in chronological order.
Was it everything?
Actually, everything and more.
Have you seen Avatar?
The new one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you?
No.
It is so good.
Really?
Here was my this is how good it was. Even though I feel like everyone's complaining about how long it is. Yeah, it's a long ass movie. But when I tell you I was sprinting to the bathroom and having my friends text me what was going on, I've never peed faster in my life to get back to my seat. Like, it was actually so. And here's my thing. I didn't rewatch the first Avatar movie because I just kind of remembered what happened. You don't need to fully remember the first movie to go watch it. That's what's great about it. Like, you can just go and watch the movie and it's like, we're back where we left off.
Aww.
That's what it feels like. Like, it isn't like they're like drawing in from stuff that happened before.
Yeah.
And if they do draw back in, they know the audience is like, we haven't had a movie in like 25 years. So like, we need some context. And they provide that.
Yeah.
But in a subtle way.
Yeah.
So it's like they'll mention shit and you'll be like, oh, I remember that now.
Did you ever watch the Hunger Games series?
Yes. Like, hell yeah.
Are you excited for the new one?
There's a what?
There's a new one with Hunter Schafer.
What do you mean? Like, are they like the sequel series?
No, like a new Hunger Games movie with Hunter Schafer in it.
Like, they're redoing the Hunger Games franchise?
No, they're making the next one.
Like, I'm confused.
There's another book after the 3, and they're making it into a movie.
Isn't the third one about like
Before
President Snow?
Yes.
They are?
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm gonna show up to the movie theater with I need to buy Hunger Games pajamas now.
You know
I need to
Rachel
rewatch
Ziegler
every movie.
is?
Who?
Rachel Ziegler. You know what West Side Story is?
Yeah.
There was a girl on Twitter who was blowing, like her voice was fucking insane, like theater girl, like, oh. But
I remember.
You know her?
Yes.
She's in the too.
She was in West Side Story as well, right?
Yes.
I remember.
Yeah, she's gonna be in the Hunger Games too.
Ooh, this is gonna be good.
I know.
It better be. I knew a lot of people that were like, ugh, like the book is so like this and the third. I don't care.
All I need is something to make me not think about anything.
Did you ever watch
else.
Divergent?
Yes. Did you ever watch Warm Bodies?
Yes. Did you ever see The Host?
Yes.
Like, come on now.
Did you ever see what's the one with Vanessa Hudgens?
Wait, Spring Breakers?
No. What's the one with Vanessa Hudgens and like the guy's like he's nasty and fucking shitty. And it's like the Olsen twins were in it too.
Beastly! That movie, yes. When the one Olsen twin was like,
She's
no.
like, the clock strikes 12.
And he became butt fucking ugly. And then Vanessa Hudgens was like, ooh, I love you. Yeah.
I miss The Fault in Our Stars so bad. I miss that era.
I remember reading the book. Like, I knew what was going to happen when I was reading it, too. And I was like, I'm not going to cry. I'm not a little bitch. Bawled my eyes out.
Yeah.
Actually, my mom was inside the store. And I was just, like, reading the book while she was in the store. I was like, Mom, I'm going to stay in the car. And she was like, okay, just, like, help me bring the groceries inside the house. And I said, okay. My mom got back to the car. Windows completely fogged. I had been bawling my eyes out that hard from reading The Fault in Our Stars. But this was, like, in the 8th grade.
Last thing. I just saw a TikTok the other day. And she was like, yeah, John Green, I just want to thank you because you got me in a relationship and you got me out of a relationship with The Fault in Our Stars. Because I had this wife who said that she had terminal cancer. And that's why we got married so quickly, because she said she was about to die. And then when I saw The Fault in Our Stars in theaters, I realized like things were just the same. Like even the little phrases she used to use were the same exact thing. Mm-hmm. And then I read the book and I realized she was lying to me and her entire terminal cancer was a lie. And she's still living to this day.
That is wild.
I would fucking kill.
I would. Well,
What do you mean you're gonna die and you're not? What do you mean?
Like what's gonna happen when we're like? That reminds me of the Housewives, when that one woman dated that guy who like made those false records, and it was so falsified that like you could see that he didn't even add a space between the words. And then that also reminds me of this TikTok I literally saw the other day that was like, so who else had like a friend of their friend group lie about having a terminal illness?
Yeah, a lot of bitches be liars.
Okay, this is the next question.
Okay.
Complicated Starbucks mobile orders. As a past Starbucks barista, these have been out. Don't ever come up to me with this stupid bullshit, okay? I'm sorry. First of all, if you want to go to Starbucks and you want to order a drink that literally, I mean this in the most loving way possible. If you go to Starbucks and when you get your cup back and you see the sticker order on it and you see a paragraph of ingredients, you need to be bitch slapped. You need to get slapped.
Have you ever gotten in a fight with somebody?
Where?
Physical.
Yeah.
You used to beat bitches up?
Well, I was bullied. So here's my thing. The only time I've ever like, I went to Catholic school. So like the only ever times I like got into fights, always won by the way, was in Catholic school. And it was because like people always used to like push me around because I was like this chubby kid. And I remember there was this one time I was playing kickball, right? And this kid cut me in line. And I was like, I was next. And he was like, he said some BS about like me being like fat and this and the third. So I literally was like, move. So I pushed his arm like this, and then he grabbed onto my arm. But mind you, I was big and strong. When I tell you he was so tiny, I did this. And I threw him, and you know the audio was like, bam. That's what it looked like. He hit the ground so hard. He got up and started kicking my shins, and I literally was like I pushed his face back, and then like one of the like ladies.
So you were strong as
when I was a little kid. I mean,
wow. What do they call that, sleeper build?
What's that?
It's where like you look like really skinny and petite, but then when you flex, it's like I actually got muscles.
Oh yeah, I feel like I might have that. Oh here.
Okay, last one.
Yeah. Okay.
The laughing, crying face emoji.
Here's my thing. Like, I feel like people do like they're doing too much with that one. I
That's like you think that
it's fine.
Yeah, same. I was about to be like, do you actually have a fucking opinion on this?
No, like okay. I feel like I literally people are like, oh my gosh, as long as you're using it ironically. Bitch, why would I use it ironically? I thought it was funny. And I also like, yeah, I'll type like bah ha 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 ha. But you know how easy it is to just put a laughing emoji and send it? That's like people who find sending the laughing emoji as cringe are also the people that are like, I hate double texting.
They don't enjoy life.
I don't care.
They're
like
miserable.
if someone doesn't respond to my text and I want to send them a funny TikTok, I'm not going to sit here and overthink like, oh, what if I send it to them and they're just ignoring me?
Oh, and if you ignore me, you're missing out. That's
that's fine. Like I'm still sending you the damn TikTok.
I will enjoy that I'm trying to give you.
I will triple 100. Well, not 100 texts, but I'll triple text you. I don't care.
I'll quadruple.
Right.
Sextuplet.
Like and honestly, not gonna lie, if me double texting that person, if they take that as wow, they double texted me, that's so weird, they're obsessed. Clearly we're on different maturity levels because it's a text, babe. It's not that deep. Like at all. If I showed up to your house 3 times a day being like, why didn't you respond to my text? That would be an issue.
That's insane.
That's crazy. Like that's like institutionalized straitjacket a little.
Oh, I be feeling bad for the straitjackets.
Really?
Cause imagine.
Oh.
Like, don't you want to be free? You know what I mean? Like, imagine somebody put you in a cage. Would you not start to lose your mind too?
Oh, I would. That's how I feel again
Imagine
about.
if you're having a panic attack and someone ties your arms behind you while you're having a panic attack.
Oh, I would die.
Exactly.
I would actually have heart
palpitations. Bad for the straitjackets.
Yeah. Well, hey everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We love you. Okay, before we go, ooh, that was a good one. Wait, let me.
No way.
Do you want to tell everyone your social media handles and where they can find you or any upcoming projects you might have?
My name's Quen Blackwell. All my social media handles are Quen Blackwell. On TikTok, I have a side account called Quincidilla Returns. I love that account. But recently, I've been working on acting. I've been going to acting school.
That's right.
I'm going to London to finish up music to finally release it.
Oh my God.
And I'm making a clothing brand right now. Not a merch drop, a clothing brand.
I would wear it.
I'll give you some.
Ooh, no.
Yes. PR.
Not the PR.
Yeah.
The PR. All right, everyone. You know my social media handles.
Yo.
I'm Spencewuah everywhere except Snapchat. It is Spencewuah with an M. As you all know, you can hear this podcast on all audio streaming platforms. But if you want to watch this happening live and in action, go to the Past Your Bedtime YouTube channel and subscribe. And if you don't subscribe, you hate me. And I love you guys. So please show me that you don't hate me and subscribe to the PYB YouTube channel. Okay, guys, it's time for me to go. And until next time, love you. Bye.
Thank you, girl.
Mwah. Guys, it's Sock Talk time. I literally can't shut up about Sock Talk because it helped me so much and I want it to help you too. Sock Talk is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. Go to ZocDoc.com/screaming and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/screaming. ZocDoc.com/screaming. It's that easy.